Good afternoon, good afternoon, good afternoon again, everyone. Welcome to another episode of Spilling Tea. I'm your host, Tiffany Daniels. We are going back to that horrible world known as the JRC, but before we do, the usual disclaimers. If you are unfamiliar with the Stop the Shocks campaign or the campaign against the troubled teen industry, you're going to find all the pertinent links right there in the description box. Please, in particular, take note of the article written by NeuroClastic, a small non for profit started by autistics for autistics. In it, they interviewed over 900 ABA professionals in regards to the JRC's so called behavior modification program. The Judge Rotenberg Educational Center doesn't want you to read that article so much. They threatened NeuroClastic with a defamation lawsuit if they did not remove it from the website. NeuroClastic refused, so you know the drill. Please read the article. Share it on all your social media. Also included in there is NeuroClastic's public statement regards to the defamation lawsuit threat, as well as a link to their GoFundMe. We are crowdfunding just in case the JRC ever does actually see through with their threat. Trigger warning 1. When we discuss places like the Judge Rotenberg Educational Center or Agape Boarding School for Boys, you're going to hear vivid descriptions of and catch clips or surveillance footage of people with mental health issues and disabled people being tortured and abused. If you got young children present, please make sure to use your headphones. Trigger warning 2. This channel is marked not for kids for a reason. We use profanity on occasion and speak on dark subjects. If your child is 16 and younger and they are watching this, very obviously parental supervision is very much advised, all right? Okay, so where we left off. As to the adverse side effects, we believe that these and other early studies are underreported AEs for various reasons discussed in the proposed rule and other comment responses. We're subject to lower peer review standards for observation and reporting relative modern standards, and did not have the benefit of the recent decades of research into the treatment of SIB or AB. Okay, so essentially what they're saying here, to bring it down to you all in a nutshell, is in regards to adverse side effects. This particular study was not subjected to the same amount of scrutiny as a modern clinical study would on the same subject. That's what this is saying here. The reason why you can't accord it the same weight is exactly that reason. Okay? That should make all the sense in the world. Yet here we are still. As a result, the articles quoted by the commenter have various weaknesses that undermine the commenter's position. In other words, within that study that they're citing from 1975, that they insist be given the same weight, actually, by and large, supports the FDA's and everybody else who has two brain cells to rub together's opinion in regards to adverse effects. So, the question becomes, why are you trying to push this study, something this horrifically outdated, as something that should hold equal weight to something that may have just come out yesterday? It doesn't make sense. The standard of care has changed. What we can rule as an injury has changed. It's completely nonsensical for all the reasons that we're stating right now and what the FDA is saying here, particularly in regards to scrutiny that is put on today's current studies that come out of research institutes and universities is infinitely more intense than it was in decades past. Part of the reason of that is the rise of pseudoscience, I would think, especially in the early 2000s. But very obviously, we get what the FDA is saying here. This is pretty much the same exact message from the last video. It's the whole idea, but research doesn't have a shelf life. That becomes a completely obliterated idea if the current research proves the past research incorrect. How science evolves is this: if there's a clinical study from the past, and then with more updated equipment and technology, it is ruled that what that clinical study pulled up from the past was incorrect, then you do away with the bad science and accept the new science. That's how medicine and science evolve. Okay? Medicine is not going to evolve if you're going to continue to insist that clinical studies that outdated should be carrying all this weight. We're going to go ahead and close on that one, folks. We don't get very many views on this channel. The few we do get do tend to get removed from time to time. So if you could, folks, please don't forget to hit the like button, hit subscribe. Don't forget to utilize those comments. I appreciate your time this afternoon. And as always, folks, we here at Spilling Tea hope you have a good one. I'll see you in a few seconds.